How's it? The Tom London Show is brought to you by Suzuki Kyalami, the home of happy customers. Hello from me, Tom London, on this Tuesday afternoon. Can you believe that it's, May already? I mean, we're almost halfway through the year. I mean, we were all saying Happy New Year just a few days ago, and now it's halfway through the year. What nonsense is this? But anyway, how's it? Welcome to the show. We've got Jennifer Jansen van Vieren, Jinnelee's mom, on today. We'll be talking about the big trip up. There was the groot trek that they made up from Uvongo up to Pretoria, all the way to Pretoria to get to the private consultation that we've been trying to get to for like months now. Tonya is away today. Alistair joins us out of Germiston, the only Jameson in Germiston. Oh, hold on, I must unmute you. There you are. Okay, sorry. Yes, go ahead.
What? You mean I was muted?
You were muted,
Remember to make it a double.
There we go. Don't forget to make it a double. And down in Uvongo, south coast of South Africa, Jennifer Jansen van Vieren. How's it, Jennifer?
Hi, Tom.
You all right?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yes, I'm fine.
I got to tell you, straight up front, right, that I've never had kids. I've never had a family and a wife and kids, so I don't know what it's like. Yes, like I take my hat off to all parents after going through what we went through last week. I take my hat off to all parents. What parents have to deal with. I mean, we were talking, Alistair was saying, are you over because I had a headache for 3 days last week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The appointment was Friday for Jinnelee. I didn't sleep Tuesday. I didn't sleep Wednesday. I didn't sleep Thursday. I had headaches for 3 of those days, and all of it was around this consultation, like what was going to happen? What are the doctors going to say? Will they be able to operate? How much is it going to cost? Are the Jansen and Vierens going to be okay driving up from Uvongo? And so it went. And then I saw Jennifer and Jimmy. I think they had also had headaches and no sleep for about 3 days. And that's when I realized,
It was terrible.
hey, this is what you oaks go through. You still want to be parents.
Yes, it's terrible, you know. The drive all the way from Uvongo to Pretoria with those 3 kids in the back.
So just to put you in the picture, there are 3 children in the family. There's Leo, he's the eldest. Then there's Jinnelee in the middle, and then there's little Lexi, the youngest child. Who's I think she's the CEO of the family. I think she's the rest of you are chief operating officers. She's the executive officer. It's quite funny to watch them. But good kids, man. You've got such a lovely family and such good children.
Thanks, Bob.
And it was
We try to learn them the right
No,
way.
you are. You're teaching them, and the young man has got such good manners, and he does all the right things. He steps back for the elders and opens doors and does all the. You've taught him well. But geez, I was like, man, really? Is this what parents go through? Is this what you go through? Like sleepless nights and
Every
headaches.
day.
Did they tell you that before you made babies? I don't know. It doesn't come on
No,
the.
the problem.
told you
Babies
that.
don't come with a manual or a
They
handbook.
don't come with a handbook or warning signals. Even washing powder comes with warning signals, but not kids.
But babies don't.
Jeez, not at all. Okay, so as you join us
That
this
should be
afternoon,
the warning
there
sign.
should be a warning sign. As you join us this afternoon, we're going to tell you all about Jennifer and Jimmy and the kids' trip up to Pretoria. What happened, what the doctors said, what the outcome is, what we're going to be doing the next couple of months. It's a catch-up show with Jennifer Jansen van Vieren. Why don't you put your hellos in the comment section down below this video so that I can say hi to you. If you've never watched the show before, just put hello Tom in there and where you're watching from. I'd love to see where you are and who you are and where you're watching from. And it's a good place to mingle if you're watching live. You can mingle in the comment section. You can make new friends. Sometimes on these shows, lifelong friendships are made, and that's really nice to see. So do that in the comment
Your best
section.
friend is on.
Who's my best friend?
Heather Knickelbein.
Not Knickel. When you come up with Knickel? Anita number 1 says, hello, my dysfunctional family. I said one person's pressed the like button. They're our friend. The rest of you are enemies. Marlene Falkenberg says, hello, Tom, Tonya, and Alistair, and everyone else. Tonya's away today. It's just Alistair and myself holding up the fort. Dysfunctional Kid says, Anita. Heather Nickelbine. I do like the name. Nickelbine, not Nickelbine. Shame on you. Heather Nickelbine says, hello, all the dysfunctionals. So nice to watch you. God bless, says Wilma van Staden. Hi, Wilma. Welcome to the show. Janita Foster out of the East Strand of Johannesburg says, hello, family. Hello, Janita. And Annie Lawton says hello. Gwen Sanders is watching from Oz. She's not new. We recognize your name, Gwen. Good to have you with us. Maria De Silva says hi out of Alberton. Hello, Maria De Silva. Obrigado. Out of Alberton. So happy for Jinnelee. Jasmine says, I liked. Thank you. Oh, on the YouTube channel. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you for joining us on the YouTube channel. Sometimes I think people who watch on YouTube feel a bit lonely, but then you don't have the crowd. So it depends what you're up to. Sally Tarr says, hello, Tom from Palm Beach, very close to Uvango. Hey, South Coast represented on the show. Jenny Edwards says, hello, Tom, Walter Friedenpark. Represented! Yabambuti! Hello, Jenny. Margaret Kaider says, hello, everybody. Stu Stutterford says, hello, Tom. Jeanette McGee says, hi, Tom. I've relocated to the Bluff to take care of my dad, who is 94. Wow. Well, I hope you're having a good time in the Bluff and with your dad. Precious moments. Gail Mortensen, how's it, everybody? Blessed Tuesday afternoon. Be happy. Rhonda West says, hi, Tom and Alistair. Nice to see you both again. Una Guida says, hello, everybody. Candace Valerie Rowe says, hello, Tom. Candace from PE, the friendly city. Hello, Candace. Thank you for joining us. So this all started when Jennifer and Jimmy said they don't want to fly, they want to drive. And I went, what? From the South Coast? That's far. And then Jennifer was like, no, you don't understand. Jimmy loves to drive. And I thought, okay, well, that's okay. I'm sure they'll leave at 6 in the morning and then they'll be here by, 2, 3 in the afternoon. Not the answer, Van Vieren family. They leave at 7 o'clock at night from the South Coast. Hey?
Yes, 7 o'clock we left.
Yeah, cool. So I'm lying here on my bed with the lights on, waiting. And then two things happened. They lost cell phone. There was no cell phone signal for a while, so there was no getting hold of them. And then their GPS took them off the highway on a back road, and they they hit the biggest pothole in KZN and smashed the wheel. Is that right?
Yes, it was a dark road.
You were changing tires at midnight. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't know this. I was lying here thinking, I'm sure they're okay. They'll let me know. And then, I think it was 4. What time did you arrive? 4 o'clock in the morning or something? Like 4:30 in the morning.
Yes,
you pulled into
arrived
Pretoria.
At 4:30 in the morning.
And that was it. The big trek up to Johannesburg. 3 kids in the back of the car, and up you came. I'm sure that's a journey you won't forget in a long time, eh? Yeah.
No, we won't forget that, Tom. It was a busy night, driving and stopping and forcing Lexi to fall asleep.
That's the little one, the CEO.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you arrived in Pretoria, and I think Sam at Southern Sun Hotels had organized a nice spot for you guys. You were at the Southern Sun Pretoria. That was a nice hotel. When I came and fetched you there, I was impressed. I'm like, wow, this is one of those proper old Southern Sun hotels with the lovely swimming pool and were the rooms nice? Was the service good? Nice place. Is it?
There was very, very good service. She set us up there, and they even gave us a complimentary breakfast for all 5 of us.
Thank you very much, Southern Sun. So Southern Sun been very cooperative and kind on this journey of ours.
Yes.
And that's, we deal with Sam down in KZN. She has kindly helped us with accommodation whenever we need it. So big up to Sam. From Velties to Sam in Southern Sun. You're a star, Sam.
She is a star.
She is a star. Yeah. Okay. So you got to the hotel and then when was that? Thursday morning that you were Friday morning or Thursday? When was it? Thursday morning. Huh?
Yes, Thursday morning. Right about 4:30 we were there.
Yeah, that's right.
And we were actually only supposed to be booking in at 6 p.m. that day.
That's right.
But
Check-in
they booked
time.
us in.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
That's kind of
them. They booked us in and told us to go and catch a nice sleep.
Nice. Well, big up to Southern Sun Pretoria. All right, so we're running through this journey of yours. So Thursday, I bet when you got up and after your sleep, you were all feeling a bit wrecked after that trip. And then Thursday night came and went, and then the big day, Friday.
Friday.
Now, when I say the big day, that was the day that when I first chatted to Jennifer and Jimmy about Jinnelee, and we first had Jennifer on the show, we said we were going to make it our mission to get Jinnelee to a private specialist for a comprehensive diagnosis. And that's what we were on about, and we battled. Hey, we've been through a number of hospitals and doctors.
Waited.
Yeah, we've waited, and people have given us different dates, and bring 500,000 rand with you, and different things were said to us, and then eventually a charity called Operation Healing Hands, and I hope to have them on soon. Operation Healing Hands, who you had contacted some time ago asking for help, came to you and said, listen, we've got the doctors and we've got the medical staff, and they're prepared to do this for free. They will help out. And so big up to Operation Healing Hands, because without them, this kind of surgery would cost a whole lot of money. Yeah.
A whole lot of money.
So Friday came, and I thought, well, I want to be part of this. I also want to go. Please pick me. And I thought, hold on, there's Jimmy, Jennifer, Leo, Jinnelee, Lexi. That's 5 of them, and 1 of me. That's 6. How are we all going to fit in a car? So I went past Greg at Suzuki Kyalami, Suzuki Ravonia, and the Van Kerkhoven family, and said, hey, can I have one of those Suzuki XL6s, those 6-seaters, for a couple of days? We'd take the family around. And so they said, yeah, sure. Gave me one of those Suzuki XL6s to drive around. Big up to Suzuki Kyalami. You liked it, eh? You didn't stop commenting on it. Jennifer had one of the captain's seats in the second row of seats. They're captain's chairs, Alistair. So you
Very nice.
like you stay like the president. You're like President Trump in the back seat there, and all I heard Jennifer say for that day that we were driving around was, "I like this car. I like this car." So it was
so much space.
And we all fitted in the Suzuki XL6, and we tracked off to the Wilgers Life Hospital, where we walked in with much courage and bravado, and then we could not find the doctor because we were in the wrong place, and and then we were a bit confused because how come the doctor's name was not on the wall? And then we took a chance and we all walked into some other doctor's office, and we stood there while they were busy preparing for some patient. You remember? It was quite fun. Listen, if you roll with me, funny things are going to happen. I promise you, things like that. So eventually we figured out that the doctors were across the road from the hospital, the consulting room. So we all got in the Suzuki XL6 again, and then we drove 30 meters out of the gate, and we found Dr. Schneiker's rooms where Jinnelee had some x-rays done and scans done, and then we sat and waited. And it's quite interesting waiting in the reception area of a spinal surgeon's waiting room, because everybody who's there, they're not there to bring him Smarties, they're there for him to fix their spines. And you see people in all states of upright. Some are bent a little bit, some are completely, some of you can see they've just had an operation. But I was saying to Jennifer a little while back, just before the show started, not everyone walked in there. Did you notice? Like, for a spinal orthopedic surgeon, I was quite surprised. I thought people would be pushed in wheelchairs and things like that. People were walking in and walking out, and not everybody walked in and walked out of that surgery. I thought that was quite incredible. Good sign.
That is. It makes the mood feel better, not seeing somebody pushed in by a wheelchair.
So Jinnelee went and saw a spinal orthopedic surgeon by the name of Dr. Hans Schneikers. Comes from a very famous, I found out lately, comes from a very famous family of neurosurgeons and surgeons. Very famous family in Pretoria. You also heard that?
No, yes, I actually heard that his brother also does surgeries on knees and other joints.
Yeah. So we're getting good reports about Dr. Schneikers and his reputation. I didn't go in because I thought, I'm not family, I'm going to sit out in the waiting room. But you went in with Jimmy and Jinnelee, and what happened?
Well, that doctor took the x-rays and he put it onto a whiteboard and he started taking measurements with this kind of bow measurement thing. Did stuff that nobody else have done ever before with Jinnelee's scans.
Oh, really?
Just to say that. He's been measuring it because she was bended in all sorts of ways when they took the x-rays. So they measured the curve to see if it's still manipulating. It can be manipulated.
Sure. Yeah.
But also they did a lot of testings that they hit her on her knees with a rubber hammer, poked her on her legs, scratched her under her feet. The good news is that he says that this whole curving has not affected Jinnelee's legs.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Both her legs are even. They are both the same length. And once the spine is right, the hips will also be fine and the legs will also be fine.
And her nerves are all good.
There.
So the nerve endings in her feet and her fingers and everywhere are what they should be.
Everything is what it should be.
Despite the curvature of the spine, despite it all. And just to remind you, if you're joining us for the first time, this is the young Jinnelee Jansen van Vuuren, who is delightful. She's wonderful.
She is.
Yeah, she's delightful. I mean, she's still, yeah. So 14 years old. She's pretty. You're going to have trouble with the boys in a couple of years. I can tell you that much. You're going to have to lock her behind those doors of yours there. But yeah, she's just a delightful kid. Hey? That's true. She has. So delightful child. And so the doctor measured her, checked that. So there was good news. As you sit in there saying, oh, well, this is good. Her legs are the same length. The nerve endings are still fine, yeah?
Yeah, the only thing that was actually the problem for the doctor is the fact that if she lies on her stomach and he presses on the bolt that the spine created, it doesn't move.
Okay.
So that's why he says that he has to open her from the front to loosen the spine.
All right, so at the end of the day, and that's what we'll get to in a moment. We'll get to what the doctor said is possible and what's going to be done in a moment with Jennifer Jansen van Vuuren. You're joining us this afternoon as we update you on the story with Jinnelee. I've had a couple of months, Alistair, there are days that we talk where I'm quite depressed, man, because I'm trying to get things done for people, and some of it feels like one step forward, two steps back. And then all of a sudden we have a victory like this, and it feels better. Are you feeling good about this so far?
I'll tell you something. I'm sitting here in absolute awe.
Yeah, what's not normally this quiet.
Because this is just something that you don't see every day.
Yeah. Yeah. True. We'll talk about the power of prayer as well. I'd like to talk about that this afternoon. I mean, Alistair, he's not qualified. He's the atheist amongst us, so he can't talk about the power of prayer. But we spoke about it. We spoke about it on the pavement outside that doctor's office, and we'll talk about it when we come back. Also keen to hear what you've got to say about good wishes and positive energy and prayer. Do you believe it works? Drop your comments in the comment section down below the video. Let me introduce you to the sales team at Suzuki Kyalami. These are the people who make the Tom London Show happen. Here's Mario Beltrami, the boss there at the branch, with his team of salespeople. Pick your favorite.
Hi, Mario here. Let me give you 6 reasons why Suzuki Kyalami is the home of happy customers.
Hi, I'm Shane, sales executive at Suzuki Kyalami.
Hi, I'm David, sales executive at Suzuki Kyalami.
I'm Liam, your Suzuki Jinnelee genius.
Hi, I'm Marco, and welcome to Suzuki Kyalami.
Hey guys, it's Kaz and I'm a sales executive.
Hi, I'm Leonard. I'm here to help.
So come on into your home of happy customers.
Yeah, so Alistair is having a go at me here during the ad break. Alistair saying, oh, I see that Heather Nickelbein says Alistair is correct with the pronunciation of her surname. So her name is actually Heather Nickelbein. Really? I would correct that. I would fix that to the way I say your name, to be honest. I would. Nickelbein? It's not my favorite name anymore. You've gone and ruined everything. I loved saying Heather Nickelbein. And now I've got to say, and now Heather Nickelbein. Heather Nickelbein.
Thank you very much.
Oh, man. Okay, so before we went and met the team at Suzuki Kyalami, I was telling you that we were at the Dr. Schneiker's office in Pretoria with Jinnelee, and the family went in, they did the tests, measured her, took the x-rays, measured that, tapped her on the knees with rubber mallets, tickled her toes, and everything turned out okay. Doctor said, all right, everything seems to be connected. What happened next? What did he say they can do, or what do they have to do?
Well, he says that they'll first have to loosen the spine because it's
Rigid. Was that the word they
Yes.
used? Rigid. Yeah.
that's the word they use. They say it's rigid, and then they have to open up in the front, loosen the spine, and then open up in the back, straighten the spine.
All right. So she's in for a big operation. They're going to be operating on her
Yes.
spine both from the front and from the back, which is
Yes.
that should indicate the seriousness of her condition. But he's convinced he can do the operation, and he's fairly confident that he can do it successfully.
Yes, he is. And I'm also feeling confident. I only got good vibes without him even saying it. I could just feel that he's the doctor. He's got a whole wall full of certificates.
Good.
He is the doctor.
Oh, I thought Alistair wanted to say something. No. He's been very quiet today. Alistair's,
I'm listening.
he's-
I'm very, very impressed.
you're never this quiet. What's going on? Are you...
I'm very, very, very impressed about this whole situation.
All right. So that was it. And the consultation ended, and out came the Janse van Vieren family, and we all went out to the pavement. We had a chat to one of the doctors, Dr. Besson, and the people from Operation Healing Hands. They told us what the charity would cover. And I think, just correct me if I'm wrong here, Jennifer, but the doctors and all the health professionals have committed to give their time for free for Jinnelee.
Yes.
So the surgeon, the whole team,
doctors.
all those doctors have said we won't charge for this. Then Operation Healing Hands takes care of a lot of the bills, like the blood tests and blood and stuff like that. But what is not covered is the hospital theatre time. And
That's the scary part.
Yeah,
It's scary to think.
the hospital theatre time, and then the I think the ICU time and some of the ward time. So that's what we're in for. In amongst all the bills that could have been, the only bills we're going to have to deal with are the hospital bills. And they're not going to be cheap because the operation is long. I think they were talking about 10 hours or something like that when I overheard them talking, if I'm not mistaken. It's a long operation.
Anesthetic for that long.
What's that?
So how does the person stay under anesthetic for that long?
Well, that would be for an anesthetist to tell you. I'm not qualified, man. I don't know.
That's just mind-boggling.
That's all. That happens all day long. People are under anesthetic for hours and hours and hours. So I suppose if you're an anesthetist, it's not mind-boggling. If like you and me, we never went to anesthetist school. And not much of a formal education. Well, it's like magic.
They know what
we
they
just
do.
qualified to talk on TV.
No, that's all we qualified for. So just to give you an idea, I think theatre time in many of these private hospitals at the moment is about 600 rand a minute. Operating theatres charge per minute. So you're looking at, how much is that in an hour? Somebody can work it out for us, I'm sure.
36,000.
Is it? 600 a minute?
36.
I think we worked it out on 8 hours. It works out about 122,000.
That's more than that. That's more than that. I mean, if you go in at if you go in at the normal price at 36,000 an hour, times, let's say 10 hours, you're looking at 360,000. But I think the hospital has done us a guns, and they've discounted that theatre time, and they've given that to us at a very good price. So it comes in at about half that. So we got a good price out of the hospital, but we're probably in for about 150,000 rands worth of doctor's bills. And I've said we need to add. Alistair, you know this. I mean, if the hospitals and the doctors are saying we need about 150 to cover the doctor's bills, how much do you think we really need?
You need about 300.
Yeah, I'm saying 250.
250, 300 because
Alistair says 300.
Alistair,
Just shows you that we need more.
Yeah.
You see, the thing with this kind of thing is, Tom knows He came back from the hospital. He spent flat on his back, sleeping almost every day,
Yeah.
trying to recover from the fact that somebody
Took
had
months,
gone into
eh?
his body
Yeah, it took months.
with a monster knife cut him open, pulled out the kitchen
I'm
sink.
glad
and put
you
back
didn't
a new one.
tell me what was going to happen before the operation like you'd say
Yeah.
now. I wouldn't have had the...
Thank you very much.
You don't feel good at all. Not after an operation like that, anyway.
You were
But
saying.
the recovery time and the expenses of the recovery, because you can't earn an income, you can't go to school, you can't do anything. You're basically tied to a bed at home,
Yeah.
trying to get better so that you can do what you want to do.
Yeah, I also, there were unexpected bills that came along. I mean, you think you've got a handle on everything, and then a bill comes for 20, 30 grand, and you go, huh? I didn't expect that one. So we've seen this. I think Alistair's like well qualified because he was handling the Back Body campaign and working out the amounts. Luckily, he got it right. But I think, and I agree with Alistair in this case, I think if they're saying 150, we need to shoot closer towards 250, 300, somewhere around there. I think we're going to skate in at about 250 with all the costs. But having said that, I think this operation, without all of this assistance, would have been in excess of 700,000 rand. Yeah. People have said to me, I mean, I remember people telling me a couple of weeks back to prepare ourselves for quotes in the millions for this particular operation. Yeah.
I did have that appointment. Just the appointment alone was 1,000 rand.
Yeah.
And then to go for the scan was 4,000 rand.
That's right.
Then they said before the operation, they can do the operation, but before they do the operation, I need to know that it's going to be more 500,000 and more. That needs to be paid before she gets the surgery.
That's right. So those are the kind of numbers we've heard. 500 and up. Yes. Meaning 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there. So I think we're going to climb in around the 200 mark thereabouts, and I think we're gonna come right here. So and I think what we'll do is, I know before we start pushing for money, I think we're going to talk to Sam at Southern Sun. We're going to talk to East Coast Radio, get some radio stations involved, and we'll see what kind of support we can get, and then that within the next week or so, we see who we can rope in to help us raise the funds that we need for this operation. So are you excited? I mean, how are you feeling?
I am pretty excited, and I'm so positive that we'll have the funds before the surgery date. Before it's time for her to have the surgery, the funds will be there. I am positive about that.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so too. So one of the things we did when we walked out to the pavement, I think we all acknowledged, but between the adults there, the three of us standing there, we were like, I think the word we used was God. The words we used, God is good. And there were some tears and hugs. And we spoke about, both on the way there and on the way back, how many people have actually been praying for Jinnelee. And it's
so
many.
People.
It's many.
So many people, yes.
You were telling me, I think in the car on the way there, how many people were we talking about? Thousands.
Yes, thousands of people. I'm working online, and all the groups that I'm joining where I'm working, they've all been praying, and in the one group it's 300 people, in the one group it's almost 800 people. Then I've got all the people on Facebook that knows Jinnelee's story that's praying for her, and then all her family and friends. So many people are praying for Jinnelee, and that's what I believe made this mercy possible.
It wasn't 95 octane petrol taking us there. We were being carried there on the wings of prayers to that hospital. And I think the one thing that I've watched with you guys the last few months is your faith, especially you, Jennifer. You whenever you've felt a bit down, you've even reminded yourself to keep the faith, and you've reminded everyone around you to keep the faith, that everything's going to be okay. I just wanted to say thank you for being so strong.
It's because I know Jesus got Jinnelee.
Good. Let's see what you've got to say in the comments section now as we take a look at your contribution to the show. Rita Wellman says, hi all, good afternoon from PE. Hi Rita, nice to have you with us. Brunel Hancock joins us from Tiger Valley, Cape Town. Dillian Smith says, hi, everybody. Ronelle Gerard says, awesome. Thank you, Ronelle. Marlene Falkenberg says, that's awesome. Nikki Hart says, awesome. Everyone's using the word awesome. Isn't that nice? Well done is all I can say, says Nikki. Anita number 1 says she's going to be awesome after the op. Margaret Guider says, great that Jinnelee's knees have not been affected. Sheila Momsen says, awesome news. Great outcome with the doctors for Jinnelee, says Margaret. Ronald Gerard says, prayer is powerful. Anita says, the power of prayer goes a long way. Faith over fear. We got to have faith, the faith, says Gwen Doxy Sanders, and hope. Audrey van der Merwe says, prayer always works. Benita Harris says, all fantastic news. Una Guida, positive energy definitely works. Brenda Hall says, prayer definitely does work. All the best for Jinnelee. Cheryl Birtger says, fantastic news. Benita Harris says, Suzuki is the new cars. Just got a Celerio in Cape Town. Bring it in, Tom. Hey, Benita, you got what's probably one of my favorite Suzukis. It's funny, I was at Suzuki. When I picked the XL6 up, I was chatting to Kaz, actually Suzuki South Africa's salesperson of the year. I was chatting to Kaz, and I said, you know, Kaz, I can't get the Celerio out of my mind. And the Celerio was like 2 or 3 cars back. It does something to you, that little Celerio. Love that car. Heather Knickelbein says, God is so good. There is tremendous power in prayer. Cheryl says, prayer works. Marlene says, I only believe in it sometimes. Margaret Guider says, prayer and positivity energy works in many ways. Power in prayer, most certainly, says Desiree. Heather Knickelbein says, I don't mind how you pronounce it, Tom.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
No, I'm going to go with Knickelbein now that that's the correct pronunciation. I shall never say Nickelbein again. Never, never, never.
And trust me, Heather, he does that. He calls me Alistair. After how many times have I called him?
Call me Ali. Call you Ali. I can't call you Ali. Your name's Alistair. That's it. You're done. That's the name in your ID book. The power of prayer. Margaret Guider says, so glad that these amazing doctors and professional team have been found. So are we. Una Guider says, Anita to school. When I dated a doctor, I think it used to bug her. She must have been really good at holding her poker face, because I used to say, when you were at doctor school like that, and I could literally see blood pressure increasing. You don't want to tell a doctor, hey, when you went to doctor school, is it medical college, medical school, still school. Thank you, Tom's Army. 22 people have pressed the like button. 26 have pressed the heart button. Those are our friends. The rest are enemies.
Thank you very much.
It's true.
Thank you very much.
People don't believe me. Gail says, Gail Mortensen, I think I was reading a post of Gail's on Facebook. She's very good writer. I was reading some of Gail's stuff on Facebook. So whenever I see,
was the one who wrote that poem about
that's right. And Gail was writing something on Facebook the other day. I was reading it. I thought, wow, Gail writes really, really well. So Gail writes, prayer is at the forefront of my life. Daily fellowship with my Father. Prayer is powerful. I pray in so many situations. God answers every prayer. I prayed for a miracle for Jinnelee some time ago, and praise God, beautiful Jinnelee will soon be undergoing surgery. All glory goes to him, waiting for the second miracle to come through, the additional funding for hospital expenses. It will happen. Keep the faith. Thank you, Gail.
Amen. Thank you, Gail.
Margaret also agrees, yes, you'll get the funds you need. God is in charge, says Margaret. Annette says, God is always good. Rosie says, with God on your side. Renice Dunn says, hi, please tell us how we can help. Well, Renice, obviously, if you can donate some money, that will help us. And the more people that do that, the better.
Yeah.
At the moment, we can send you to the Backer Buddy page. And I'm just trying to work out, this is when I need a secretary, because can you say that? You can't say that anymore, hey? You got to say personal assistant.
Thank you very much.
Secretaries are dead. They're gone. No such thing as a secretary anymore. This is when I need a personal assistant, because I actually want to put the Backer Buddy link in the comment section right now, and then I've got to do it while I'm talking.
I've tried to comment on the show today, but I can't. I've got to somehow send 200 stars to see my comment.
What happened? You've got to send stars.
I've got to buy stars.
You got to
from
pay
Facebook.
me. You got to pay me to comment.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. When did they get that right? And is it
I
just
don't know.
is it just you that has to pay me to?
I suppose you cut me off at the.
Oh, that's funny. You've been charged to comment on the Tom London show?
Yeah.
Stop it, Santon. You've got all the money. Yes. I'm just looking to see if I can get to Jennifer's page quickly, and then I'll share this Backer-Buddy link. I don't know when the last time.
I could do it from this side, but I can't get on because I've got to put stars up.
Man, well, you got to, how much does it cost to make? How much do they want to rush you to make a comment on my show? Just so I know. I mean, I want to know what my share is in all of this. Yeah.
If I want to get 50 stars, I'm going to buy stars. 99 stars will cost me 18 Rand 18.
Oh, it sounds cheap at the price. Why don't you go? Yeah.
I send the link on your. I did send the link to you on your WhatsApp.
I got it now. Don't worry. I'm busy. I'm gonna put it in right now as we speak. I've got it. Don't worry. I got it. Should be posting now. Okay. All righty. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, we were looking at the comments. Yeah. Music, maestro. See, a lot of my viewers believe in the power of prayer. That's nice to see. Renice, I've put the link to Jinnelee's Backer-Buddy account in the comments down below this video. You should see it there. Now follow that, and then you can just donate some money. That would be nice. And there may be other things that we need help with. So keep watching the show and keep watching the Tom London channel for more. Right. My goodness. Medical school, Tom. It's not. It's doctor school that they go to. They all go get up in the morning with their little brown suitcases and their samis, and they go to doctor school.
See, Enzo.
Oh, wow. Check that out. There's a new star. What is that the famous Enzo?
That's the famous Enzo.
Wow. All right. Now we've met the rest. We've met the whole family now, eh? Okay.
Yes.
No other surprises. No other dogs. Anyone?
There's my mom's.
Oh, hold on. There is another dog. Wow.
Thank you very much.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
That's my mom's Trixie, Tom.
Sweet, man. I like small dogs like that. If you don't want it, send that dog to me. That's my kind of dog. Okay, no man, Alistair, that's to pin your comment. Just type and send, says Una. Alistair, they're saying you've got this all wrong. That if you want to pin the comment, you've got to pay me 18. Well, you pay Mark Zuckerberg $18, and then I don't know what I get, R1 or something, R1.80 or something. Mark keeps most of that money. I've never seen a cent. Gail is a brilliant writer, says Margaret. Well done, my friend. Thank you, Tom, for your kind words. Glad you enjoy. I do. And I'm going to be reading your Facebook posts more and more. Rosie Dunn says thank you. Thank you. Why did I say Rosie? Renice. A pleasure, Renice. Just comment as you did before, Alistair. You've caused a ruckus here. Caused a ruckus. So
I've got a thing here that says you need to send 200 stars to see your comments.
No, man. It's if you want to pin your... So you haven't been able to comment at all?
No.
What have you tried? Type in like test in and press enter?
I've just done a test and it seems to go through, but
There we go. Yeah. There I see Alistair Jameson. Okay, unpinned comment. The ladies were right, Alistair.
Seems they are.
Sometimes you need to listen to the females.
Sometimes you need to listen to your wife.
All the time.
I love that, Jennifer.
Daryl the drummer knows what you're talking about. All right, so it's good news. We're about 2 months away from Jinnelee's operation.
Yes, this is exciting, and it's not long. May month is going to be
I know,
over now.
Before you know it, it's going to happen, and we're all going to be by your side. I promise you.
There's one
and on
positive.
the 18th of this month, it's my birthday. Don't forget.
18th of this month?
It's my birthday.
What do you wish for your birthday?
All the money to pay for Jinnelee's surgeries.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree.
Nothing for myself, only to provide for that child.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get your birthday wish to come true. I can send you my
There's one flight.
Doberman, Tom, says Una Guida.
Oh, hello.
That I love Dobermans, and funnily enough, although a lot of people are scared of them, I'm not scared of Dobermans at all.
Not at all.
Yeah, I think they're fine.
They are too big.
You think so? But then you can get a miniature Doberman.
Thank you very much.
You get miniature versions of them with those little skinny legs. Miniature Doberman.
Those are called Chihuahuas, Tom.
No, man, miniature Doberman is different. Ladies are always right. Says Anita Maynard. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for the day. I think we're done.
Wonderful.
I think we leave the show today with good news.
Brilliant.
And I would like to say to Jennifer, well done. Like, on behalf of all of us that watch and have been part of your story, well done. Because, I mean, I saw someone say, you're amazing, Tom, with what you do for people. Listen, I'm just trying to pay back. I received a whole lot of money and a whole lot of help from people, and it saved my life, and I'm here because of it. And I made a decision when that happened that wherever I can, in whatever way I can, I'll try my best. Unfortunately, and I'll be brutally honest, I can't help most of the time. And a lot of the time I have to watch things fail. And it's really, really tough. But it's wonderful when I see something succeed. And I got to tell you, it's not me. I mean, there are people saying this is God's work. And perhaps it's exactly what it is. But I would like to point a finger at Jennifer Jansen van Vuren today to say that I think that this is largely you. And, you know, there's nothing like the strength of a mom.
Yep.
Thank you, Tom.
There's nothing like the power of a mother who loves. There's nothing like it. I have been to every corner of this planet, and I've been up and I've been down, and I've seen left and I've seen right. The only thing I'm convinced about is the power of a mother's love. It's the only thing that I think you can bank your money on. That the power of a mother, love for her children, can overcome almost everything. And I think you're a living testament to that. I think you're a walking, living, breathing example of a mom who'll do anything for her kid. And well done from all of us to you. I don't know if the people who are watching want to write a little message in the comment section to Jennifer, but you're welcome to, and I'll read it out before we go. But I wanted to say that. I wanted to say it hasn't gone unnoticed. And I'd also like to say, Jimmy, I've watched him and look after his kids and care about them. The two of you are two peas in a pod, man. You're amazing parents, and the way you love your children and what you do for them is just remarkable. And it's so interesting to live in a world where we open the news sites on our phones every day and we see children that haven't got good parents, that have got horrible parents. And it's just so amazing to see the opposite of that, and what wonderful people you are. You deserve it all. You deserve all the money in the world. You deserve all the luck in the world. You deserve all the love in the world. And you deserve this operation to be a success, and your daughter to walk straight and march into life with confidence. That's what you deserve. That's what I feel.
Thank you, Tom.
That's what you deserve. Okay?
Thank you.
It's not me. Right, we'll clean up the messages and then we'll say goodbye. So let's see. Ladies always right. Agree with the birthday wish, says Cheryl. Tom, it's a miniature pincher, not a miniature Doberman. I have both. Oh, now you're a pincher expert. I'm also a pincher expert. Oh, I don't like both. Okay. Dog lessons for the day. Yeah, I'm being educated by the Guider family. Rosie Brown says, thank you, Tom. You got a good heart. That's not what 4 out of the 5 of my ex-girlfriends have to say. Barbara Allen says, hi all. Always know that God cannot fail. The miracle started when the Lord brought you and I into each other's lives. Stay blessed. Thank you, Barbara. Margaret Guider says, your payback philosophy is truly amazing, Tom. You've done well. I don't even, it wasn't even a philosophy. I just went, yes, like, look how much money people gave me, and look at all the care that I got, and look how many people prayed for me, and look how many people cared for me. I didn't know there was so much good in the world until I got sick and I was saved by good people. And it really was profound. I mean, I didn't have a philosophical thing about it. I just felt an absolute need that if this has been done for me, I need to do it for others. And I don't know when I'll stop, but I don't think I will, because when you reach that point of life or death, and you're saved, and you're alive because of people, you're alive because of the good in this world, then it changes something in you, I got to tell you. And all you want to do is see more of it happen to others. And so that's what it's about for me. It's not about anything else. Keeping the family in my positive thoughts. Jennifer, you're a true inspiration to so many people. We stand beside you, says Anita. Wishing Mom so much strength and light on this journey with Jinnelee, says Zita Gabriel. Barbara Glaus says she's an amazing mother. Well done, Jennifer. Us mothers will die for our children. United we stand, says Margaret. We will keep you, Jennifer, and your family in prayer. Heather Knickelbein says, well done, Jennifer. You're amazing. May God bless your rich family richly. Prayers continue for you all. God bless you, Jennifer, and your precious family. Tom and Alistair, thank you for your hard work. Baby hearts, love you so much. God is truly amazing.
Baby hearts.
And I think that's where we're going to leave it today. So our score is 29 people pressed the like button, 39 pressed the heart button, no one pressed the ha-ha button, and 1 pressed the crying button. Those people are our friends. They're our friends and our heroes. And the people who didn't press the button are our enemies. They are enemies of the state. And I'm going to leave it
Sally
there.
Carr's going to fund the whole thing with her lotto ticket win.
Who's going to win the lotto? Sally?
Sally Tarr.
Sally doesn't know that I'm going to club the lotto tomorrow. I'm going to club it.
Everybody just go out and buy a lotto ticket. If you win,
That'd be
we've got
nice.
the 6 sorted.
That'd be nice, eh? That'd be nice.
Wouldn't it
You
be,
give the money and then still have about 49 million left over. If I buy, what's the first thing you buy if you win the lotto, Jennifer?
If I
Forget the
I would
operation.
truly,
We know the operation.
buy myself
Yeah.
a house
Yes.
after Jinnelee's been fixed and know that I
We
can
know that.
stay there and my kids
Okay.
can have
A
a house
house.
forever.
A house. Okay.
Yeah.
You'd buy a house. What would you buy, Alistair?
I'd buy I was thinking a yacht, but no, I'm not too happy with the water underneath my feet. So a house.
A house.
Yeah.
And
in
me-
the bush somewhere.
Me, I'd behave like a proper lottery winner, and I'd go buy a Ferrari the next day.
Thank you very much.
That's what I'd do. I'd go blow all the money on cars. I'd blow it all on cars and then see what's left for overseas travel and women. Yeah. Lots of them. I need a Suzuki XL6 to cart all my girlfriends around. That gives me room for 5
They only
girlfriends.
use place for 5, so what do you
5 is enough. Keep yourselves entertained in the back there. Okay, yes, it's definitely time to go because the show is going off the rails. Before we go, though, Liam
You
Winter.
have to put up with, Jennifer.
No, man. Let me show you something. I'm going to take. I make these ads for Suzuki Kailami in Rivonia, and then I made one with their new guy called Liam Winter, the Jimny Genius. And then all the ladies I know go, "Ooh, Tom, who's that guy?" And I go, "He's married." And they go, "But still, who's that guy?" You have no shame. Here's Liam. He's going to tell you about the
Hi,
Franks.
I'm Liam Winter, your Suzuki sales expert, and I have the privilege today to speak to you about the amazing Suzuki Franks. The Suzuki Franks comes in 2 different trim levels, the GL and the GLX spec. Both are available in manual and automatic transmissions. Both our Suzuki Franks trim levels come standard with mag trims, daytime running lights, and both follow the liquid design philosophy of Suzuki. So it's not only the exterior that is absolutely out of this world, it is the interior. And here are a few creature comforts that I'd like to show you. So as standard, our Franks is fitted with cruise control, automatic climate control, and a 7-inch landscape touchscreen that connects wirelessly to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So, if you upgrade to your Suzuki Franks GLX model, you get a 360-degree camera, keyless start, and a graphic heads-up display. With so much stock being available, don't delay, inquire today and find out why Suzuki Kailami and Suzuki Rivonia are the homes of happy customers.
There we go. Well, that's where we leave it today. And funny, one of the final messages to come through was Tanya Curry, who couldn't make the show today. And that is, hello, my Tommy.
Tanya?
How's it, Tanya? Sorry I missed the show. That's okay. We forgive you. We know that you're busy. You'll be with us soon, I'm sure.
And then everybody climbed on and said, we missed you, Tanya.
See everyone. We miss you, Tanya. And that's how we leave the show today. We miss you, Tanya. Tanya, we miss you. Crit, big time. Right, down on the South Coast, we'll be seeing a lot of her in the next couple of weeks and months as we update you on Jinnelee's journey. Jennifer Janssen van Veeren, thank you for joining us out of Uvongo. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Tom.
And a good day to you. Bye-bye now.
Glad to have you on board.
This show was brought to you by Suzuki Kailami, Suzuki Rivonia, the home of happy customers. We'd also like to thank Vision by Design. They're an optometry practice with a special interest in pediatric vision care. If your kids have problems with their eyes, you really want to go to this place, Vision by Design. Look them up. And then Alistair is sponsored by Dr. Pepper. Thank you, Dr. Pepper. And I'm sponsored by nobody. Polo today. Polo. I got my polo. Put my smart clothes on for you, Oaks. I think I'm going to take a walk to the shops. That's what I think I'm going to do.
Please don't get any Kentucky Fried Chicken.
You know, the thing is, the one piece of now you see I was going to go, but now I want to talk because that one piece, I got a bucket for one, which is my favorite Kentucky meal. I thought I'll treat myself.
That's the new thing they put up, isn't it?
No, it's been there for a while. KFC bucket for one. They've changed it into a Streetwise bucket for one. They changed the naming of it recently.
Oh, okay.
But with a bucket for one, you get 2 spicy wings, you get a bit of chips, and you get a piece of chicken. And I like that. But that day I thought, no, treat yourself, Tom. And I thought, get another piece. So I got an extra piece. The extra piece was fine. But the bucket for one piece was all slimy inside.
Oh.
And I really need to kick myself because I still ate 3 bites of it before I decided to give up. I was that desperate for the KFC, man.
For the taste. Yeah.
Yeah, I was that desperate for the taste. That's what they've done to us. That's what they've done to us. Anyway, okay, 32 people pressed the like button. 42 people pressed the heart button. 1 cried. Those are our friends.
Thank you very much.
The rest are our enemies. Goodbye, Alistair, the only Jameson in Germiston.
Don't forget to make it a double.
From me to you, wherever you find yourself this afternoon, thank you for joining us on the Tom London Show. We broadcast live every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. And we normally just have a lot of fun. That's what we're here for, to sit around and talk and be comfortable with each other. But sometimes we decide we're going to try and save a situation or do our best to change someone's life. And we're doing quite well with Jinnelee. We've got 1 or 2 others we need to work harder at, but generally we're doing well. We'll keep you updated. And a big thanks to you for watching the show because the numbers mean something. You know, every time we do a video, some of the videos lately in 20,000 views and 30,000 views and lots of views, and people see that they go, okay, we can take these guys seriously. And so it means something when you press the play button. It means something when you press the like button. It means something when you comment. It means something when you tell people about the show called The Tom London Show, where we try and assist. So thank you. A large part of what happens and the results that we see is because of you. Because of you making it happen. And I just wanted to...
Get our weekly wish, Tom.
I know. Yeah. And so in order for you to help us continue making it happen, please go along to weeklywish.co.za. That is the show's fundraising platform, weeklywish.co.za. If you put any money into that Back a Buddy account, Weekly Wish, we always let you know on the show what we're using the money for. So if we withdraw it, we let you know. We're taking $1,000 out, we're using it for petrol, or we're using it for this or that. And that helps us cover just a few expenses from time to time that we find ourselves having silly expenses like an airplane ticket or a fuel to put in a car or something like that. And at the moment, that's what that's covering.
People that we are supporting.
That's right. Yeah, it's not for us. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Our weeklywish.co.za is where you can make a small contribution if you'd like to our Tom London Show campaign. And that's it. No more KFC for me, says Margaret. Forget it. I'm ready to have my next KFC tonight.
Woo.
I'm brave. My stomach is healed. I'm ready for some fast food. Thanks for
on you.
joining us. Catch you again on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, 3 o'clock. See you then. Until then, I miss you already. The Tom London Show was brought to you by Suzuki